loss of Samson, how close a call that was, what a blow it is, and what the opportunity is for now, Aaron?
Well, obviously he hasn't completed the final component of the concussion test, which obviously is disappointing to lose a player of Samson's ability, although in Aaron and Scott, obviously they've been with us over the last couple of years, in and out of the squad admittedly, but obviously Aaron came to South Africa with us within the tour and came on in that second test, and is a great opportunity, isn't it? I think that we feel for Samson as coaches do, but it's important now we move on and look forward to the opportunity it presents to both Scott and Aaron.
What have you made of Scotland's selections today?
Well, they made two changes, two enforced changes. In Lamont, he's a very experienced player. He's played, his ability to play, in the back three and at centre is another potent attacking weapon. And under Vern Cotter, I think that in terms of their attack, they're pretty impressed with their attack against France. And, they've played particularly well in the autumn and probably come out of that sort of three-match game against New Zealand, Argentina and Tonga with many, many plaudits. Although this is now the Six Nations, and I think that I'm sure they'll remember the last time they visited the Millennium Stadium. That will be certainly one thing they'll have on their mind. It certainly has focused our mind in terms of if we were on the back of that score, that I'm sure the motivation will be at its highest. So
I know it's early days under Cotter still, but are you seeing wholesale changes in the way Scotland are going about doing things, or is it kind of a new coach sort of bounce effect?
No, I think in fairness to Scotland, they've always had a strong set piece, particularly at scrum on line out and on opposition line out ball. In their 2 second rows, very competitive. I think that if you look at their organisation in attack, they've got a little bit probably more line speed than they had on previous games, so it's something which obviously we'll have to deal with, and we'll have to deal with it a little bit better than we did against England, and we need to play the game on our terms, and it's something which we didn't do last Friday.
Rob, a lot was made before the game about Wales' experience, certainly compared to England. A lot was said afterwards about the failure of your players to react to sort of changing circumstances. How disappointing was that? Is there a reason for it? And is that a sort of area where you expect a sort of big improvement for the rest of the Six Nations?
To be honest, Paul, the momentum swing, I'm sure the players and Warren or Robin or Sean have spoken about, I think at half-time at 16-8. We were, I don't want to use the word comfortable, but we were quite happy where we're at. I think there were obviously aspects that we needed to improve on. I think we were able to keep the ball quite comfortably first half, and to be clinical and score the great offload by Toby, and then Dan Biggar's composure with the drop goal. And second half, from 40 minutes to about 44, 45, the momentum swing in the game. And when you look back to 2013 and what happened in the Millennium Stadium then, the momentum and the ability to keep hold of the ball and put that much pressure on defensive lines, and it was like a white wave coming at us. So, and the players, from a psychological perspective, they've spoken about it this week. It was hard, and it's something which we need to try to exert, up in Murrayfield. It's the first time, I think, in a half game where we haven't been in the opposition 22. We know what's likely to come from Scotland. They're playing in front of their home crowd for the first time in the Six Nations. They're obviously playing with confidence. They've come away from a tough game out in France, and they could have won that game. In front of their home supporters, their motivation, what happened out in last year in the Millennium Stadium, plus where they're at, they look as if they're playing with a lot of confidence from other Scottish sides, and it's going to be a tough game.
You touched on 2013. You had a bad 40 minutes against Ireland there. You had a bad 40 minutes last week. Does it feel quite similar in camp in terms of the mood that you went through then?
Not really, no. I mean, obviously 2013 was great. We showed real character, and we're going to have to show that again. And I think this squad has got that. Every time we're knocked or we're questioned, I think there's normally a positive reaction, and let's hope it's the same on Sunday. But we're going to have to do it the hard way now. We're going to have to go away and win 3 games away from home, which is never easy in international rugby, and obviously playing the champions at home. So look, it's going to be that's what you play rugby for. Great challenges like that, and the character in the squad is second to none. So we're fully in belief of turning things around and getting back on the horse with a win Sunday.
What have you made of Finn Russell? Looks a prospect.
Yeah, he looks an excellent player. We play against him in the Pro 12, and he's been excellent all year for Glasgow. He's been running the ship, and he just looks a confident player at the minute. He's taking the ball to the line. He's got some good runners outside him, and the pack are providing him some good balls. So yeah, look, he looks a real good outside half, and I'm looking forward to going up against him.